Lisa Caceres from Angels of Grace joins us now. Lisa, how are you?
Well, remember, I'm a hugger.
I know, she's the hugger.
I'm a hugger.
She wants to hug. You said you had a busy weekend.
I've had a busy weekend.
What happened?
We've been picking up a lot of kids. I work alongside Child Protective Services, so 24 hours a day I'm helping to rescue children. A lot of abuse and neglect in our community, but thank God for angels, human angels. We come and we rescue them out of the pits and put them in palaces.
Wow.
So.
I know you've been on many times before, but for the folks who don't know, kind of give a little capsule of what Angels of Grace is, or Angels of Grace.
Angels of Grace. Angels of Grace is a nonprofit organization here in Fresno. It's a foster family agency. So we're constantly looking for wonderful homes, people that will open their hearts and their homes to children coming in through Child Protective Services for abuse, neglect, abandonment, and really wanting to just make a difference in the lives of those children. And because we are 24 hours a day, most of the kids that we get are usually temporary because of the shelter. We used to have a shelter here in Fresno, the Craycross Center, which is no longer open. It shut down, unfortunately. So a lot of my homes are emergency homes. So we're looking at placing children in the 2 year. It's a 2-day period of time that Child Protective Services will rescue them out of whatever situation that they're in. And at that place, we put them in our homes, and within 2 days, they have a team decision-making meeting. And at that meeting, hopefully, we can find an alternate plan for the family. Either they're going to receive the services that they need so they can receive their children back into their homes, or they're going to go with a family member. And so many of our kids are only for the 2 days until they can find, a situation for them to be safe while the family receives the services that they need. So we're constantly looking for, supplies of clothing, diapers, formula, however we can be a blessing. Because in these 2 days, they come to me a lot of times in the worst type of neglect. And so we're able to be a blessing to them without the help of the community, it just can't happen. Unfortunately, there's a lot of costs that go into providing diapers and formula, things like that. And then we hand them over to, most of the time, a grandparent who didn't expect to be a parent all over again.
Oh, boy.
And so we want to help to be a blessing to them as well for the first 30 days until they get back on their feet and are able to receive the services that they need to provide care for their grandchildren or their aunts or however that all works out.
Is that the preferable thing, is to put them with a family member?
That's always the preference. We don't want our children to end up in foster care. If they end up in a foster care home, which is usually for 6 months until the family can receive the services, that's always our last option with the county. We always want to make sure that our kids stay with the biological family or a mentor placement, somebody that the child is familiar with.
So exactly what do you do that the county isn't doing? Where do you fit into the mix?
Well, we're a team.
You're a team.
So
okay.
I think, together we're better. So we work collaboratively with them. So they contact me at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning, whenever 2 or whatever time that these children are being rescued out of that type of situation. Now, this is usually done because of police.
But no, wait a minute. I want to make sure I understand this. We're paying the county to do this, aren't we?
You are, but the county doesn't
Through our
have
taxes.
homes. Yes,
Yeah.
and you're paying us as well because we're a nonprofit, and so we're all in this together.
Okay.
I mean, it's not, they receive the children. If there are not county homes available, then
that's
they
it.
do
Okay.
have homes as well.
But
yes.
they fill up.
They fill up quickly, and they don't want to separate the children. So if you have a sibling group of 6 coming in, and they don't want to put 2 kids in, we have homes where we have 6 beds available. Then they want to keep them together. And like I said, most of them are only with us for a couple of days. So we are a team. They come in. We end up keeping them for a few days, making sure that they have, they're clean and they feel good about themselves. And we take care of their mind, bodies, and spirits. And then we go to try to help the families to get back on their feet. And this is something that unfortunately can happen to any of us. None of us are exempt. You'd be surprised the people that I see coming through this system. People that never thought their children were going to be in a drug situation or domestic violence or any of those things. So it's not it happens to those people only, because it could happen to any of us, And so this is an opportunity for the community to really come alongside each other and help people that are in a place of being challenged at that moment. We get to come alongside them, be human angels, if you will, and hopefully this never has to happen again in their lives. But, this is our opportunity to pay it forward as well. And for people that know my story, I came out of the Marjorie Mason Center pregnant with 2 children. So that was something in my life never thought it was going to happen. But, it did. I got married. I did everything right and ended up in a place where I was in a dark place. And people came alongside me and pulled me out of that pit, put me on solid ground. Now I get to go pay it forward every day in my life.
That's awesome.
It's a great way to live.
That's awesome. Just to go back a second, you said there's sometimes a situation with 6 kids that need to be placed somewhere.
Or 7, or I mean, it just happens.
I can't. There are actually families out there willing to take in 6 or 7 kids.
Yes, there
Wow.
are.
But what if? Are there times you have to separate them?
There are times, and that's the saddest situation, because a lot of times the oldest child has been parentified, has been the one that's kind of taking care of these children. So,
Parentified?
Parentified is a word when the oldest child will be the parent to the other younger ones, and you see that a lot. And so to have to remove them from their living situation and then having to separate them from their family, their siblings, is a double hurt, I would say. So it's always good to keep them together. Unfortunately, it's not always possible because we have regulations that we have to, run our business through, as far as state regulations that say that only 2 kids can be in a room. And there are ways to go alongside this, but most of the time in those moments of responding to a crisis, we are in a place where we just have to respond accordingly, and we have to follow the regulations of the state.
The state says only 2 kids can be in a room?
The state and then the county, we're all under community care licensing, which are regulations from the state.
I would think in an
But there's
emergency.
but there's an exemption that they can make. Unfortunately, those things have to take a process. So in those moments, when you bring them into your home and you want to put 3 kids, you can't put 3 kids in a room unless you get permission. So there is a process. Fortunately, there's a lot of retired people out there that have these big homes that have said, well, you know what, we've traveled, we've done, I think I'll give back to the community. I've had police officers, nurses, people that have actually been there to respond to the emergency situations of these children. Now they're retired and they open up their big homes and they are able to take in 6 children. And it's a blessing because you see them, they actually look younger to me. When they come to me, they're kind of like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work. And then when they leave, the children leave, you look at these people and you're, God, they look 20 years younger, because something happens to your soul when you give
Karma.
of your soul.
Karma.
And so they look younger, they act younger. Before you know it, they're out there playing games with the kids, and they get to be used in a mighty way.
Now, are these families reimbursed
Yes,
for
they
making
are.
the space available?
Yes, they are. They are reimbursed. It's non-taxable income that they receive. It's not a lot. I mean, let's be honest, but it is an opportunity to be rich in spirit. Not always, rich in spirit, law and cash is a lot of times what it turns out to be. But, it works, and they get blessed in different ways.
Yeah. So if there are families out there that maybe have an extra room or 2 and might want to consider this,
Yep.
I'm imagining that you check them out, right?
Oh, yeah. That's the most challenging part, is getting through me, because I am very diligent in how I qualify my families. You have to be. You don't want to take them out of the fire and put them in a worse situation. So, and most people want to do the right thing. Most people have the heart to serve. They have these nice homes that they've worked their whole life for, and all of a sudden their home can be a blessing as well to the children. And so they can contact me at Angels of Grace. 268-0000 is our number. Or Fresno County also is always looking for good families. They can always contact the county, and however it works for them, however you can be a blessing in our community. We're a team with the county. We're a team with Fresno Police Department. We all have to work together in order for the light to really shine bright in our community. And where the light is, the darkness has to flee. So,
Well, is there a difference if they sign up with you or with the county?
there is a difference. County homes are considered not as therapeutic as a foster family agency. So my social workers will work more intensely with the families. Most of the children that come in through a therapeutic setting have higher needs, and so we have MSWs, Masters in Social Work, social workers that go out to the home, work closely with the family, and so it's a little bit different, but they can call me and we can talk about the differences and what works for them, and we'll make sure that we get a good match there for them.
Okay. You have a fundraiser coming up in October.
I do. Yes, we do. October 4th.
Luau of Love.
Luau of Love. Can never have too much love in the world. Isn't that a great title?
It
I
is.
love
Well,
that.
it's- yeah,
I wish I would
catchy.
have made it up, but I didn't.
So what's going to happen at the Luau of
The
Love?
Luau of Love is going to be a wonderful opportunity for the community that can't open their homes to foster children to make a difference in the financial piece that we do. It's at Arte Americas. It's going to be from 6 to 10:30. We have a wonderful venue. We actually create a Hawaiian experience in the plaza. And it truly does look magical, I have to say. It's just amazing. We have just beautiful. We have the Fresno Polynesian dancers that come out. They perform with their fire dancers. We have Mark Lozada, who's our DJ, comes out and gets everybody dancing under the stars. And then Mike Sherinian from the Elbow Room actually comes out and caters it. Yes.
Is there a big fire pit where they cook the
No,
the
they
pig like in
don't. No,
Hawaii?
he brings it
Oh.
prepared, and it's beautiful. And he has, well, those of you that go to the Elbow Room know that Mike Sherinian's chef, Roy Harlan, is a man of excellence. So the food is always the best. It's just amazing. I just get overwhelmed when I see the community, people that really give back and are making a difference for these children.
Yeah.
Like I say, they can't always open their homes, but they open their hearts in any way they can, and we are blessed enough. The tickets are $45, which is, I think, a fair amount for dinner and entertainment. So you get to go out and you get to do the right thing as far as making a difference in our community, have a great time, and be a blessing to the children in our
Are
community.
those tickets on sale already?
They are on sale. They can contact us at Angels of Grace, which is 268-0000, or they can go on our website and they can purchase them through PayPal.
Oh, cool. All right.
Great.
Lisa Caceres from Angels of Grace. Thank you for coming
Oh,
in today.
honey, thank you. I'm a hugger,
She's a
yes. Mike, you're awesome. Thank you. We do miss Chuck, though, right?
And what do you want to say to him? He's
Chuck,
watching?
get better quick. We're praying for you, my friend.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
All right. And we'll be back with more on Chuck Leonard's Central Valley Buzz.